Before I start this video, I just want to state that I feel that all physical violence that is not in self-defense is unrighteous and wrong. Any abuse, whether it is physical, verbal, or psychological, should not be practiced by anyone against anyone or anything. I was watching a video of a woman who was following a man and pushing on him and putting her hands in his face, and the guy was constantly trying to walk away. Some of you may have seen this video. It looked like they were in a club parking lot or something like that, and the guy was walking away and she kept following him, and she was like putting her hands up in his face. And at one moment, I guess he just reacted off of her swinging towards him, and he just started punching her and she fell to the ground. And I was looking through the comments, and I noticed a lot of people was talking about how unacceptable it was for the man to hit the woman, even if she hit him first. Doesn't matter. He's stronger than her and shouldn't have hit her back. Now that made me start thinking about, when is it appropriate for anyone to hit anyone or anything? Because many people say a man should not hit a woman because he is more powerful than her and he can seriously injure her with his bare hands. But to me, since a man can seriously harm a woman, shouldn't that be more of a reason to encourage women to never hit a man unless in self-defense? Because this man can't hurt you if you have an altercation. And if a man hits a woman and it is not in self-defense, I think it should be a major felony. Just like when a boxer hits a person that is not trained like they are, like in a regular street fight, and that's considered assault with a deadly weapon or something like that. I think it should be the same thing. Not necessarily a deadly weapon, but it should be a higher felony when a man hits a woman and it was not in self-defense. So when something happens, like in the video I was watching, that should be a moment to encourage women to respect a man's physical strength and not to hit him unless it is self-defense, and also encourage men to get as far away from a woman as possible if she is trying to get physical with you. Not just start making women feel that a man shouldn't hit them no matter what they are doing. To me, that will just encourage women to hit men, and then you have more situations like you've seen in the video. But those same people that say a man shouldn't hit a woman because he's strong would not complain if a woman or man spanks their child or hits their child upside the head, pop them in the mouth for talking back. And both the men and women are both more powerful and stronger than their children. I have even seen other adults encourage a person to hit a child or talk bad about an adult that chooses not to hit their child. So that's encouraged to discipline a child or get a child to do what you want them to do. But if a man hits a woman that is hitting him, these same people get upset. Since the logic of strength is being used, is the child not weaker or not as strong as the adult that is hitting them? Just like a woman is not as strong as a man. Now, of course, I'm not saying that a man should hit a woman when she disobeys, like we hit children when they disobey. I am saying that no one should get hit just because they didn't do something someone else wanted them to do. A child has to realize, in my opinion, who is providing for them, and if they don't do what they are asked, then they do not get everything provided for them that they just want. Of course, you're going to get your needs, because I'm the parent and I had you, but you're not going to get everything you want when you're not obeying. Okay? And if a child actually respects you, they will not want to disappoint you. You have parents out here and their kids are witnessing them lying. The kids are saying that they're lying, they're doing bad things, and then they turn around and think that their child is going to listen to them. Kids are not going to respect adults that don't respect themselves. So in return, you beat them because of it, because they don't respect you. Now, I'm not telling anyone how to discipline their children. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy and trying to make people think. If you feel that because of a man's power, he should not hit a woman just because she didn't do anything he wanted her to do or out of self-defense, then how could you possibly encourage children to get disciplined with spankings when they don't do something an adult wants them to do? So if you decide to hit anyone, or anything for that matter, dogs, cat, horses, whoever, and it is not in self-defense, you have decided, in my opinion, to accept whatever actions that follow from that person or animal that you hit. So I believe it is not acceptable for anyone to hit anyone or anything unless you are trying to save a life, or is it in self-defense, and that includes children. If you are having to beat your child for them to obey you, then you may have failed somewhere along the way. I see a lot of parents that let their children get away with little things here and there and then wait until they get embarrassed by their child or angry at them to then pay attention and respond with hitting the child. But if you dedicate yourself to raising a disciplined child or child that respects you, that foundation has to be laid from the start. And again, I have a lot of people that say I'm mean to my children when they were little. Oh, you don't let them do anything. You don't do this and that. Because I call them out on everything that they do that I didn't like that they did. And at this point, I don't have to spank my children. When I say something, that is what it is. I also believe that if you hit anyone, or if you get up in someone's face or wave your hands around in their face or do anything that is done in a confrontational or aggressive manner, then you must prepare yourself for whatever reaction that they have, and that goes all the way around. So that same little child that when they didn't do what you want them to do, you hit them or spank them, may most likely be that same adult that you see hitting another adult when they are upset and don't get what they want. So in closing, again, I feel that no one should be violent towards anyone, and it starts with how we discipline our children. Sometimes to keep a child from hurting someone or hurting themselves, you do have to spank them or pop them or whatever. But a whooping is only temporary, and when you are not able to scare the child by whooping them, they're not going to do what you want them to do. But if you take the time to understand your child, gain your child's respect by not tolerating anything less than your standards, being honest with your children, where they trust that when you tell them to do something, it is in righteousness and for their own good, you will have a better chance that when your child grows up into an adult that doesn't have to listen to you, they will do what you ask and respect you because they want to and trust you. We need more elders in our communities. That's a problem that I see also. Where did all the elders go? The elders that we had to answer to when we do unacceptable things, where are they? They called you out on your crap and corrected you. Whatever happened to our elders? What happened to our elders? So do I believe a man should hit a woman even if she hit him first? I don't think he should. I think he should try to get away from her, even if that means running, taking off running, so that it doesn't backfire on him if he wants to defend himself. But just because that is what I think he should do, doesn't mean that is what is going to happen. So I would never tell a woman you can hit a man, they shouldn't hit you back no matter what. I would never tell a woman that. And as I am a woman, when I prepare to hit anyone, I want to make sure that it's only to protect myself or my family. But if I am choosing to hit someone first, to me, in my opinion, I am choosing to accept whatever consequences happen after that, which could be jail, death, or me getting hurt severely, or killing someone else, or them getting hurt severely. These are the things that can happen to a person that I am hitting, or that can happen to me because I chose to hit them. So that is why I choose to only get violent in the defense of myself or my family. Thank you guys very much for listening. Please leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Should a man not hit a woman even in self-defense?